Hello, friends. It's John Ryan here for Financial Coaching. This is my first video in, a couple of months. It's been a long time. So I wanted to catch up and share what's been going on with me lately. And if you've been in my inner circle, you know that my family, we've been dealing with, the loss of my mom. And that was back in January. But there's just been a lot of things to handle, and a shout out to my brothers and sisters as we've been emptying out decades of life and decades of stuff from the house, and wrangling what's going to happen with that house in the future, and all these different things. It's kept us really busy, and at the same time I've been able to do some coaching and work with some people that I'm really flattered to have those opportunities, and the wisdom and the truly it's therapeutic to talk with people the way that I do, and to share some fundamentals and share some experience, and help people create a better vision for the future. And so what I wanted to do today is tell you an old story about fundamentals and experience, and how it changes things in a really big way. So it goes all the way back to being a kid, a farm kid out on Hardscrabble Road. And my mom would sign us up for little kid, little league baseball. And I think this was younger than little league even. And we would go to baseball practice, and then it was every kid gets to play kind of thing. So you didn't actually have to be good. But the coaches, they tried really hard to teach us the fundamentals of baseball, right? Baseball is a game with a lot of rules and a lot of things that if you know them, even an unathletic, untalented person like me can play the game to a certain degree of success. And I remember being the kind of kid, you'd get up to bat, and they'd be yelling to you, good eye, walk's as good as a hit. And trust me, I knew what they meant. And so, just getting on base was an adventure. But once you were there, right, you could score a run if you knew the fundamentals of how to run the bases. You could avoid getting out, and you could contribute to the team. And even a goofball like me could get under a pop fly and catch it, and make an out. So even though we weren't very good at it, and my brothers and I would rather be at the farm, we endured it for numerous seasons, and learned some of those fundamentals of baseball. And I remember, once I was old enough to make a choice, I moved on. I remember playing a little bit of soccer. But the bottom line is fundamentals and experience mean something. So fast forward to being a grown-up, I'm working my first big-time job. I'm at Marquardt, and somebody decides to start a softball team, right? And so we go around and we find and recruit some folks to join us on this softball team. And so the fundamentals are the same, right? And I like this because I can get a hit if the ball's lobbed to me underhand, right? And so those baseball fundamentals come in handy. So by default, I end up becoming the manager of this team. Now, what that means is I'm willing to schlep the bag full of softball bats, the extra balls, and the bases and heavy things. I'm willing to schlep those back and forth and bring the book. And I've got a girlfriend I can con into keeping score for us, right? So that's how you become the manager of a beer league softball team. And so again, those fundamentals, I can scrape by and have fun, get on base, and generally have fun, and again, catch a few pop flies. But over the course of the years, this is, in hindsight, I can see this clearly. Excuse me. I realize I'm one of the worst players on the team. And how do I know that? Here's the story. So at some point, we're shuffling people around. We've got a former baseball player. We've got a couple guys that are pretty good athletes, and we've got a baseball player that's our shortstop, and he can hit, and one of those guys that came this close to a college scholarship, that kind of thing. So we're decent, and we always managed to have a big guy on first base that could, range and catch our wild throws. So we're respectably competitive, and we can give some of the more experienced teams a run for the money. So at some point, I end up with the decision of who to put at third base. I don't remember all the whys and wherefores, but I ended up deciding I'm going to take a crack at third base, right? And so the game starts, and it's a hot spot, right? The ball comes at you a little faster at third. I'm usually in the outfield. And what happens is a ball gets hit my way that I can't handle. And to me, it's no big deal. On our team, most of the guys just getting a hit is the thing, right? Just hitting the ball and getting on base is the best they can think of. Well, this team, they're good enough to start hitting the ball where they want to. And they see how poorly I'm playing third base. So before I know it, every guy's trying to crack the ball at me, and I'm sweating. I'm sweating bullets here, and so I basically just start backing up. I can't handle these hot shots coming at me, and so the only way I can survive is to keep backing up to the point where I can get in front of the ball. And finally, enough guys that can hit good but can't run very fast, so I can finally throw a few people out at first base and get the hell out of there, right? And so I'm found out as a terrible infielder, and somehow I managed to scrap through that game and promptly make sure one of the other guys, a buddy's younger brother that's way more athletic than me, get him at third base, right? So I'm figuring out I'm one of the worst players, right, in this game full of fundamentals where experience can really help you. So the interesting thing is, another experience I had, maybe the next summer at one point, I'm playing in a softball game, for a company picnic, big company. I'm working for a car dealer at the time, and we're playing softball, and I start to realize, wow, I have more experience than most of these people. Just that beer league softball experience gives me those fundamentals are fresh. I know where to be on the base paths. I know where to throw the ball. And fairly quickly, the boss, his name's Carmen, he says, Johnny, we need you at shortstop. And I become, by default, the coach. I start helping tell people where to be, tell people, little things, little fundamentals of softball. And it's a quick game. We probably only played 3 or 4 innings that I can clearly remember. But it was just that moment I realized, wow, in this group, with this level of fundamentals and experience, I'm one of the best players. And it's just this funny difference. I'm Charlie Brown on third base in one arena, one group of softball players. And in this one, I'm the shortstop, one of the better players telling others what to do. And I share that story, certainly not to brag. I'm not a very good athlete. But the fundamentals and the experience that I had really were key. And I find that same thing as a financial coach, right? Talking with people and helping look through their circumstances, look through what's going on in their family, what's going on with their career, what's going on with the bills that they're paying and what they're trying to create for the future. The fundamentals and experience that I have really can help make a difference. Obviously, it helps that I love talking with people. My point is, baseball, softball, fundamental sports, even a poor athlete, someone that's not very good, can win and can succeed. You see in real Major League Baseball, even the best players can be humbled by a good pitch, by the rules of the game, right? The best athletes don't just win every baseball game. The world of finance, the world of personal finance and careers is very similar. Good fundamentals and experience make you a winner. knowing those things and being around good people, talking with a coach makes all the difference in the world. And so I share this story because I think it's funny and I want to make sure people understand fundamentals and experience mean everything, right? The world is so crazy today. The headlines, I think of the things that are really strong right now: the price of gas, the oil price, conspiracies, student loan forgiveness, all these things that are swirling through media and through the news cycle that are causing people to lose sleep and causing people to wonder what to do. Through it all, good fundamentals, experience, being with the right people, seeking out good advice and coaching still makes you a winner. John Ryan here. Please like and share this video, and please reach out and have a conversation with me if this strikes a chord. I really feel touched by the people that have shared their stories with me over the last 3 or 4 months as I've shared what's been going on in my personal life. So I want to give a shout out to some of my current clients. I want to give a shout out to the amazing AO. Looking forward to working with you some more. And to everybody, please share, like, and talk with me. John Ryan here for Financial Coaching. Take care.